बनाना पड़ेगा।
Vyakti Parivar Chit-Chat, conversations that open the heart and elevate the mind. So we welcome our dear angel brother, Eric. Welcome.
Om Shanti, each and everyone, greetings of love. And yes, special feelings for Mohini Didi. You know, when I'm listening to you tonight, I was feeling I was coming into a very beautiful, special restaurant, more than 5 stars, probably even 8 stars restaurant with the master chef. And listening to you, Mohini Didi, I was wondering, how do you do to come up every day with so much fresh food? And, you know, I mentioned a few times that I've always been touched, and I will never forget the day you cooked for me physically. It was, you know, the meal I would never forget. But I feel that, you know, in a way, maybe you're not cooking anymore in the kitchen, but in your own way, I think you're cooking all day something so special. And in the evening, you serve us this kind of 5-course dinner, you know, very royal. So I'm really feeling that when being fed, usually there is a toli at the end. So maybe that will come back again on Saturday. But I really admire how, you know, you bring so much new thoughts. You know, we think that Gyan is, in a way, everything has been told, but there's always a new way to understand it. And last time we talked, you know, I was mentioning how when we have good wishes for others and we want to maintain that feeling for others, we use powerful thoughts, pure thoughts, elevated thoughts, and positive thoughts. And I was wondering if you see a difference between these thoughts. And when Baba mentions use the power of pure thoughts with silence to transform, you know, your sanskars, do you see that there's a distinction between pure thoughts, elevated thoughts, powerful thoughts, positive thoughts?
So do you really feel that you get a new dish every evening?
Yes, definitely. Every time I listen to you, I feel I'm sitting at the table and I'm very, you know, waiting for what is going to be served today. And every time you know, it's a thing with Sister Judy Rogers, who we had a conversation about you one day. And we were just amazed and thinking sometimes, yes, you know, we wish he would be more with us physically or traveling more. And then the thought was, yeah, but, you know, she's quietly preparing something special in the morning. And we get to be served that, you know, every day. And when I listen to your thoughts in the evening, I always feel, how, you know, for me, it takes me many days of churning to come to even 5 minutes of what you're sharing. But you go one point after another, and they all feel to me very fresh, very nicely cooked. Spices is perfect. I think it fits every diet. Anyone with special diet can take whatever you serve and they won't be disturbed. They will be fine. So congratulations. I saw you tonight as master chef, you know, like in France, a chef in a restaurant earns a lot of money. They are they're big stars. They are really, they select them for big hotels, and the hotel's reputation will be based on the chef. And they say, here, this is the chef here. So you are the Vyakti Parivar chef, and we're very fortunate. Everybody should enjoy and feel every night we're getting the best meal anyone can get, and 5-star, 8-star hotel.
Thank you. You know, good wishes are like, you know, good wishes. Everything should go well with you. Everything will be okay with you, right? But pure feelings are more deeper, very spiritual feelings, that benevolent feeling more. It has compassion, it has mercy. But, you know, pure feelings are like, it's not even expectation. Let's say if I have good wishes and person doesn't change or there is no response. But who should give up? A good person or one who is not receiving? So sometimes we give up and we say, no, I don't think this will work, right? But when there are pure wishes, there's not even thought of giving up. There is like very natural. See, if we bring Baba in front of us, like Shiv Baba first, even we say we have to follow Brahma Baba, but Brahma Baba is following Shiv Baba, isn't it?
Mm.
So Shiv Baba, he is purifier, right? He is ocean of love. Whatever are his qualities, he constantly gives, whether we change or not, whether we take or not. So purity has that power. Purity has such a power that you will be very consistent. And there is such a pure love, in that purity. What I find is a lot of very subtle love for each soul, and whatever that soul does or whatever part that soul plays, but there is that pure love as a soul. And we know that we all have to travel together. We all have to go to Baba together. We have to serve together. So that companionship, that friendship, that togetherness, so definitely they are higher. And we are talking of here not wishes, but feelings. Like sometimes we say that I have forgiven someone, but my feelings haven't changed for that person. I still have somewhere that this person hurt me or did something to me. But when there is purity, it's clean. There is nothing from the past in that. And everything just eternal and very, very clean. So pure good wishes and pure feelings. And if we have both, we start with good wishes and then we have pure feelings. Pure feelings can work definitely much more. There are some kind of vibrations from pure feelings which help the soul's lot, help them to forget the past, to erase the past, to be healed properly.
It seems sometimes that it's easier to have good wishes and pure feelings for others than it is almost to have them for the self, isn't it? Or I find that sometimes, I was listening to when Baba said in him earlier, so that sanskaras become so strong that it's difficult to erase them or to transform them. And he was telling us last Sunday, we're a little bit, missing on the power of transformation. And when I think of how I try to apply pure thoughts and silence and power of silence to change my sanskaras, I see that some sanskaras are so deep that, what kind of pure thoughts I need to create. And when that sanskar is felt, or when I feel that sanskar, it doesn't allow me to have a pure thought. I was saying last week, if somebody feels a little bit annoyed or angry or impatient, at that time, it's very difficult to have a pure thought, isn't it? Because we're in a bad mood.
Yeah, for the self. But then it finishes, no? There is tension, it changes. And when it changes, then again that emerges, the pure feelings for the self. But then it shouldn't happen all the time in the sense of I lose it, then I have to do it. So because if we remember that purity has power and it will get everything done, it will bring all the support which is needed, it will bring all the resources which is needed. If we believe that way, then so what I'm saying, it does happen, sanskar emerges, but then it could be short time or even long time. When it finishes, then the need is I need this, I realize it. But I find also that if someone makes sanskar emerges very often and does, we should also not take it seriously, because then other soul can be disappointed. There are some people, they are not able to change, or they are not able to make efforts. So then they disappointed, oh, I don't think I can do it, so I will not do it. So we also have to make sure that person maintains the hope and again says, okay, I will try it again. Okay, I will keep attention again. So gradually it could reduce, whether it's tension, whether it is impatience or whatever it is. And then the qualities will emerge, Like Baba is saying, are you in yoga or are you on a battlefield?
Mm.
That means then suddenly there is some conflict keep going on. So appreciating everyone's role, whatever they are doing, right? We maintain pure feelings for that soul. At least that much they are doing, taking care of yagya or taking care of whatever it is. And so I can maintain silence and power of purity, pure feelings to help, because we all are serving yagya, right? And everyone serves in a different way. So if I have, like in the evening, I have to be in the program. So I have to be a little bit introvert and in silence and some practice. Otherwise, I'm also in whatever is happening, then I can't do that, So pure feelings to maintain are very important.
So I'm right. You're preparing your cooking before.
I have to
Yes.
put everything together so that at the right time we can make
That's good.
whatever is needed. Yeah.
You
But
mentioned, of course,
as
yes, sorry, go ahead.
that pure feelings for the self sometimes could be difficult. That's why we have to see that the lamp of hope remain ignited in everyone so they can make it finally.
Right. And you mentioned, that purity can do everything. And we have been receiving so many murlis on purity. I think we all came because we loved purity and we were attracted by purity. But along the way, do you think that maybe sometimes we are missing the yearning, the deep, deep desire to become pure? Is it something that you feel sometimes we forget, and we forget that that's what we came for, to become pure? And I'm wondering sometimes if we're missing that deep attraction to purity because we get mixed up with service, with other things, and sometimes because otherwise we would use more purity to change our own sanskars.
No, I think that since this new homework of purity of attitude or unlimited distaste, I think that has kind of drawn our attention that it's not only purity is in actions or in words or celibacy, but purity is something, because I am a pure soul, right? I am a peaceful soul. I am a pure soul. So when I'm a pure soul, when I say, then I have to look at attitude, my thoughts, my reasoning, very subtle aspects of the soul. And when we do that, I think we sing in ourselves that power, but also, as Baba said yesterday, give the gift to everyone, and that is smile from your heart. And you can only smile from heart if you have, Baba again talks about good wishes. Your intellect and your attitude is full with good wishes, then your heart will be happy. So I think we are seeing the different higher dimension of purity. And that helps us a lot to again see power of purity is important. Right?
So we are mentioning a lot of good wishes, pure feelings, but when Baba mentions about having unlimited disinterest, and sometimes he even tell us, this whole world it's hell, this is really Kali Yuga. How do you keep that vision of unlimited disinterest and at the same time maintaining a very positive, good wishes, love for everyone, interest for everyone, good wishes for nature. So in a way, there's unlimited disinterest, but there's a lot of caring. I mean, we spend time for Betty's whenever there's a fire or when if there is a catastrophe, we sit in yoga. So how do you keep that balance between the two?
Yeah, that's why I always explain about Brahma Baba, that on one side he has completely disinterest. Actually, Baba will be explaining when you read Murli, tomorrow's Murli is about unlimited creating the atmosphere of unlimited disinterest. What Baba is saying, that these days, one is having interest and enthusiasm, other is very subtly, I and mine, this is mine. I have done this, I have good intellect, I have this specialty, So Baba is saying to disinterest from there. Just think I am Baba's instrument. And if you really think you are an instrument, then Baba is saying you will be very cool and you will be very humble. And it's very, very interesting way Baba is talking about that. So Brahma Baba maintained interest in everything. I mentioned in the birds, in the flowers, in the fruits, of course, in the living flowers like all Baba's children. And if you do not maintain that interest, you will not be able to have love. You will not be able to give, right? Or have good wishes that you say. So because the world is in transition, right? Old is ending, but what is emerging from old is new, right? And new is beautiful. So appreciating beauty, appreciating truth, appreciating good qualities is what is happening in us more and more. And that's because of not only purity. So on one side, there is disinterest, other side, creating something with lot of interest. Like
In
we
your,
are interested in creating golden age, right?
in
Or
your
good.
case, you never had to create disinterest, and you didn't have to work hard yourself to feel disinterest for the old world, did you? Or was it something that you never felt very, very pulled to, I cannot imagine you having that deep desire to wear makeup and go dancing. It must be different.
No, those are little things, but even in a subtle way. Like I never thought, have very subtle desires that I should become famous or people should, respect me a lot or I should get a status or position. But what I felt happy is that Baba makes me instrument for service. And even starting a Vyakti Parivar and something to become instrument. So I like this word nimit. It's Baba who's making it happen. And that is the sanskar, I think, since I came to Baba. Let Baba give me the task, not what I want, not what I create. Of course, there are a lot of ideas, especially when I was lost in a service team. So a lot of good ideas will come up. And kind of everyone looked at, I will come up with something big. But now is what I find is I'm very happy because if we have accumulated power of purity, love for Baba, elevated actions, God will use you more now. So what should I do? Try to be a good instrument than thinking what I have to do. Because you have to prepare yourself and God will use you. That's why he prepared, right? So then the nimit bhav comes. The feelings of just being an instrument and just do it, It's a very, very beautiful feelings. And I don't need to have anything else, just let God use me as an instrument.
So what if someone has a subtle feeling of taking a little holiday from being nimit and say to Baba, I know this pull sometime, it's summer now, some may have pull for other things, the world. And so what if there is some attraction to the old world and that suddenly that disinterest is not there anymore and there's a pull.
No, I think they're doing out of desperation, like somewhere they haven't been able to achieve what they want in their spiritual life. So they want to go back and say, okay, that pull is there. But that never ends in a good way. What I'm saying, even if they go back, but they have to turn around and they again want to be, because anyone who has found truth, anyone who has found what is real joy, if people have found silence, so what I'm saying that there could be certain desires not fulfilled, so they go back, but then they turn around and come. You know, I have seen that most of the people, those who go on holiday, they come back, right? Most
Yeah.
of.
Thank you. You see, that is a delicious meal. I feel very, well served, quantity, spices, everything was perfect. So just missing the little toli. There will be special toli tomorrow, I'm sure, for Mother's Day, but it must have been a special one. Yes. I think we feel happy.
Very nice toli. And it's, as soon as you put in the mouth, it melts. Very, very special.
Can try.
Yeah, if we have still, when you all come to this village, we serve that, but it's very special. Okay.
What's the name? How does it call?
What is called? Som Papri. Som Papri.
Okay, now the meal is complete. So thank you, Om Shanti, and good night, Mohini Didi, and happy Mother's Day in advance. I'll be with you tomorrow morning. We'll be watching. Many centers will be online. Montreal will be online. We'll be listening to the Murli with Genti Didi, and then Bog offering with you. So happy Mother's Day to you in advance for tomorrow, and to all the mothers. Wonderful, loving Mother's Day for each and every one. May our mouth be sweetened by this special toli all night until tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good night. Om Shanti.